This is the 2025 Chevrolet Blazer RS. Is it worth every penny? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm back at Red River Chevrolet in Bossier City, Louisiana, and we're going to go over the particulars on this Rally Sport or RS Blazer and tell you all about it. If you want to know more, check out the link down in the description of the video. This model has a black exterior color. The interior is going to be jet black with red accents. I hope that red is showing up nicely, and you can see that you're going to have that red accent right here in the center section throughout the seat right there. It gives it a really nice look, that sporty look as it should. Now you're going to have your black Blazer logo right here, but that works here on this exterior color. If you like everything blacked out, this is definitely the vehicle for you. We're going to have the gloss black 20-inch wheels, and when it comes to our side view mirrors, almost everything you're looking for is here. We've got the body colored mirror caps, turn signal indicators built in. They're heated, they're power adjustable. You have blind spot monitoring. The only thing missing is that they're manually folding as opposed to being power folding, but I think that's going to be okay for most people. And how about your remote? There is what it has, everything you want. Lock, unlock, there's your remote start. You can open and close your power tailgate right there, and you also have your panic button. And on the door handles, they're body colored. You've got this button right here, not only on the front doors, but on the rear as well. That's your passive entry that's going to allow to lock and unlock all four doors from either door at all four corners. Always a good thing. And as we work our way to the rear, it has a very sporty look. You do have the roof rails up here, your body colored shark fin antenna, and the rear roof spoiler. Definitely nice looking there. We're going to have a nice finisher here with our tail lights. Again, that nice sporty look, definitely what you should have with this particular model. And we'll have the true exhaust, no faux exhaust or anything as far as just a disconnected exhaust finisher. Under the hood is the naturally aspirated 3.6 liter V6, 308 horsepower, 270 pounds-feet of torque. All of that's going to be mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. There is a 4-cylinder available for the Blazers if you're looking, depending on the trim level, but I would definitely recommend going with the V6. Definitely has a lot more power, but maybe for some people that's not such a big deal. How about your MPGs on this particular model? 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, 22 combined, and 4.5 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. And how about gas tank details? Oh, it's a 19.4 gallon gas tank. And on a full tank of gas in the city, you can drive 426 miles, and out on the highway, you can drive 562 miles. When it comes to towing, you can tow up to 4,500 pounds with the Blazer if you want to, obviously depending on how it's equipped. And let's take a look at our cargo space, because there are a few things to mention here. You're going to have your cargo lighting on each side. That's always going to come in nice and useful. You also have the hangers right here if you want to use those. And these releases right here allow you to lower the rear seats. We're going to pull on both of those. Very simple to do. Now you will have to manually put those back up, but I don't think that's too big of a deal for most people. Depending on how you configure things back here, you're looking at 30.5 up to 64.2 cubic feet. We'll take a look at what your rear seat passengers are going to find. Plenty of room with the armrest. I always like it when it's perfectly flat like this. Some vehicles out there have a little bit of an angle at the front. That just doesn't work for me. It's more comfortable this way, at least in my opinion. There's your bottle holder / door bin, and you'll notice the release right here. Now you can lower your seats with that if you want to. Instead of using the releases in the back that I showed you, you can also recline the seats this way. That's one of the top questions I receive is, do the rear seats recline? Yes, they do. You can see the difference between these two seat backs. And plenty of room back here for your passengers. We have the rear seat pockets on the back of each seat, rear air conditioning vents, and some different options as far as connectivity goes. We have our USB options right here. We also have the power outlet right there. We'll finally end things up here with the fold-down armrest with the cup holders built in. How can you know if anything is worth every penny if you don't know how many pennies it's going to take. Well, in dollar amounts, it's $48,285. That's your sticker price here with this Blazer. The driver and the passenger seats are both power adjustable. You can raise and lower the passenger seat. The only thing missing over here is that it does not have lumbar support. They're both heated and ventilated as well here in the front. You have the nice large armrest and the upper and the lower door bins right there. And to open the glove box, you're going to use this button right here. So I'm going to push that button. The glove box opens up and we can take a look at that space. There is quite a bit in there. And then we move over here to the driver's side. Seat memory only on the driver's side. I always like to say, if you put it on the driver's side, you should also put it on the passenger side. At least that's my opinion on the matter. There's your controls for your power side view mirrors. You can lock and unlock the windows right there if you want to. And you also have the controls here for your windows as well, as far as power windows go. There's where you're going to control turning your headlights on and off, or you can just leave them on auto. You don't have to worry about it. Power parking brake is located right here, and this model does have the button right here that allows for adjusting the power adjustable steering wheel that is tilt and telescopically adjustable. Everything over here for your adaptive cruise control, and right here we have some different configuration and information that we can go through depending on what we want to do and see. I'll run through some of that. And all I'm doing is using the arrows here or the scroll wheel right there to work my way through. If I want to select something, I can push on that scroll wheel, and that lets me go in to any of the menus where I can do that. Different information is here. You can have the digital speedometer if you want to. Pretty easy to deal with as far as that goes. And then we can move back and forth over here and see some of our other features. I'm using these arrows right here. And then if you want to, like I said, if you want to select something, if you need to reset, whatever you need to do on the areas where that works, you can push on the scroll wheel and that will do that for you. If you want to reset all, whatever you want to do, very, very simple, very nice. I like that. You have a combination here of digital gauges and analog gauges. That definitely works out pretty well. And you also have the controls on the back of the steering wheel for volume and changing stations or whatever you're listening to over on the other side right there. Here's everything for controlling your turn signal indicators. Hopefully you use those, and your front and rear window wipers right here as well. Very comfortable steering wheel. It is heated. There's your button right there for that. There's the button to start and stop the engine, and turn it on and off. And right here to turn the auto stop start feature on or off, just push the button right there. There's the button for your hazard lights. And the infotainment screen here works really well. Pretty simple, but very useful. You see you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have your built-in navigation. You can go to your users right there. There's a lot going on here as far as this model goes. Now, as far as your camera views go, let's take a look at what we have. There actually are quite a few different views. All I did was go into reverse to get that, but that's not all you can do. We can hit home right here, and then we can go to camera right there, and we can get to that same screen. So let's take a look. There's our rear view. There's our front view. We're going to also have the overhead view right here in addition to what we have on the left-hand side of the screen. And then we're going to have our side view mirror view as well. You can change the trajectory lines right there on and off if you want to, or you can just maximize the size of the screen with the button right there depending on what you're looking at. Just like that. Pretty simple to deal with. Hit that home button again right there, and we'll go back, and we're going to go to settings right here because I want to answer a question that I know a lot of people have, and that has to do with your safety features, your collision detection. Let's not turn the radio on right there, but here's what we're going to have. So you have your alert type there, forward collision system. You're going to have front pedestrian detection, adaptive cruise go notifier. We're also going to have our lane change alert and our rear cross traffic alert. A lot going on here actually for this particular model. I think that works really well. You can see some of your other features here, teen driver, valet mode, all of that's going to be here. You're going to have your apps. If you want to go in there, use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you're having trouble getting that to work, come to the screen. Make sure they're turned on, depending on what you want to use, depending on your phone type. Pretty simple to use. That's one thing I like about all GMC, Chevrolet, Buicks, everything that is from the GM umbrella. Everything is very easy to learn and use. And you have your controls down here for the radio, going between stations, and then if you want to turn traction control off, there's the button right there. You've got a couple of wireless charging pads here, or excuse me, wireless USB ports. Let's get that right. Okay, you can laugh. That's funny if you want to laugh at that. There's the wireless charging pad. Getting a little ahead of myself there. Now let me go back to what we have up here. All the controls for your air conditioning. You can change the position of the airflow, all that good stuff. But how do you change the temperature? You actually use the surround on the air conditioning vents themselves. So that's what we're going to have. I like the red surround right there. That fits here. You're going to have everything here for the 3 stages of your heated seats, and then the 3 stages of your cooled seats. Again, we have that for the driver and the passenger over here. We also have our shifter right here if you want to use that. And if you're wondering what that L is for down there, that means you're in low gear. It will not go out of low gear for low traction situations, but you're still going to have all of the horsepower and torque available from your engine. Obviously, you have park, reverse, neutral, and drive as well. And right down here, we have our lane keeping assist right there. And then our driving modes. And what exactly are the driving modes? Well, let's take a quick look and see what we have. You have a snow mode. You're also going to have your tour mode. That's going to be your base mode. And then beyond that, we're also going to have our sport mode. You can even see the green checkered flag down there that stands out. And I like the look that we have here. It is a gloss finish, but it works. Cup holders and the center console. I like that the lid sits pretty high up. That can be used as an armrest, and there is quite a bit of space within that area. We also have a 12-volt power outlet right here if we want to use that, in addition to USB connectivity. And we'll go up here to our upper console because there are a couple of things to talk about here. Number one, you have a sunglass holder. You also have your home link right here. That's going to allow you to have 3 potential different settings for garage doors if you need that. You've got your OnStar. I think you can see everything else that's there. Pretty simple to figure out. The hunt and peck method will do you really well. By the way, your fan speed is right here for the air conditioning and your front and rear window defoggers. And one more important tip for you here. If you come to your power tailgate back here and it doesn't open, whether you hit the button on the remote or whatever it is you're using, there are 3 different options for that. The remote, the button that's right down here as well, or the button that's here for the interior. Now here is where the trick is. If it won't open using the power features, make sure that it's not set to off right there. You've got off, 3/4 and max. Make sure that it's turned on. All right, here we go on our test drive. And first off, we just drove over a pretty big bump back there, so I can tell you that the Blazer handles it very well. You might be surprised at that. You might not expect a smooth ride, but based on what I've experienced in the Blazer, at least on the road surfaces I've been on, it is comfortable to drive, very enjoyable. It's actually fairly agile too for its size. It's obviously not a full-size SUV, but it does maneuver itself quite nicely around in smaller spaces depending on what you need to do. That's always nice to have, nice tight turning radius, so it works well. Easy to see out of, I always like that. But even if you have any trouble, here's the thing, don't forget you have all those great safety features, you have blind spot monitoring, you've got all of those things that I showed you earlier in the video that are going to help you to know what's going on around you, keep you safe out on the road. All that good stuff is here. And the seats themselves are comfortable as well, at least here in the front. I can't tell you so much about other seats, the back seats, because, well, I can't quite pull off that kind of a trick. I don't know if I can ever figure that one out or not. I'd have to have someone driving, obviously, to do that. But I can guarantee that the front seats are nice and comfortable. The driver's seat is fully adjustable, so whether you're 6 feet tall or maybe you're 5 feet tall, you're going to fit here no problem. You can set everything up just the way you want it, and you will be nice and comfortable. It will be no problem at all. That's always a good thing to have as far as adjustability goes between the steering wheel and the driver's seat. And everything's easy to get to. As far as the controls go, I definitely don't feel cramped here. But at the same time, it's nice to be able to just reach just a very short distance away and use whatever I need to use with the air conditioning or whatever the case is. So in my opinion, a very well-rounded vehicle, very nicely balanced with plenty of great features, nice functionality. The infotainment screen seems to do well as far as its size goes. Easy to learn, easy to use. Overall, a very well-rounded vehicle. I know I've hopefully answered everything a lot of you like to know about. One of those main things that I try to answer in more videos, does it have the home link? And I understand how important that is to those of you that need that for your garage door openers. That's here. Basically everything you need. Ready to take you down the road, get things done for you, your family, whatever the case is. Easy to manage. Gas pedal and brake pedal. You don't have a turbocharger, so you don't have to worry about turbo lag. And there it is, the 2025 Chevrolet Blazer RS. Is it worth every penny? Tell me what you think down in the comments section. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends at Red River Chevrolet for loaning me this Blazer for the day so I could tell you all about it. I also want to say a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And please be sure to share this video on your timelines on social media. If you'd like to learn about additional vehicles that you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.